This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, Standard Speaker Managing Editor Mark Ketcher drops by to talk about a big meeting that's happening in West Hazleton on Tuesday night. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to FYI. I'm Ken Cara. Here's your headlines from FYI News 13 and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. A pizza delivery man suffered multiple head injuries after being assaulted in Hazleton on Monday night. It happened just before 9 p.m. on the 800 block of Penn Court between Locust and James Streets. Police say the delivery man was struck numerous times with an unknown object. The assailants then fled after the attack. The victim was taken to Lehigh Valley Hospital in Hazleton, where he was treated for multiple head lacerations and released. Police are asking anyone with information on the assault to call them at 459-4940 or dial 911. A hearing into a proposed shooting range in West Hazleton will resume this evening in the borough. The West Hazleton Zoning Hearing Board will meet tonight at 7 p.m. at the West Hazleton Community Center. Lisa Sugart sat down with the Standard Speaker's managing editor Mark Ketcher to discuss this topic.
Well, today we resume our talk with Mark Ketcher, the managing editor of the Hazleton Standard Speaker. But we have breaking news before we get to our regular segment, and that is to congratulate Mark and his wife on the birth of their lovely son. And we are so happy that new addition to your family.
Sure. We're happy as well, obviously. And I had a week off to enjoy the newborn. His name is Stephen Scott Ketcher. And we welcome him, obviously, into our family. And the children are excited. We have 3 other children, so it's a nice time.
That was a great vacation, a great reason for a vacation.
It was, and I appreciate your well wishes.
Well, from everybody here, we wish you guys all the best.
Thank you.
Now, getting back to what you really came for today, to resume our talks about what's been transpiring in the community. Hearing again this evening, continuation of a hearing for a proposed shooting range by Dan Basala in the West Hazleton community. So tonight, the West Hazleton Zoning Hearing Board picks up what was almost 3 hours of testimony back on April 15th.
And that meeting about 2 weeks ago focused mainly on the mapping issue, whether the proposed shooting range is in Hazel Township or West Hazleton. And they poured over several maps, and there was testimony related to the location of that building, and still to this point they haven't decided one way or another where that building is located. So that remains an issue. Now tonight, from what we understand, the focus will be on testimony from the public. So we're expecting people to turn out and offer their testimony, their opinion on the proposed shooting range, whether it's pro or con. So we'll have to see how that turns out. Of course, a lot of the response that we've heard is that some people there in the neighborhood are opposed to having it there because of the location, its proximity to the school and to the Little League complex there. That's not to say that there aren't people who are for it. Obviously, Mr. Basala is. I'm sure that there's some gun enthusiasts out there who would like to see it located there, and we'll see if they turn out tonight.
And we must stress that it is an indoor shooting range, so it would not be outside with the school nearby. And also, I saw today in the Standard Speaker that there were representatives out handing out protest flyers against it. Some of the neighbors that live in that vicinity asking parents to come out as they were picking their kids up from school yesterday, telling them to come out to the hearing today. So it should be interesting because there are people on both sides of what is a very controversial issue.
Some opponents yesterday showed up at the school, and at dismissal time they handed out flyers and they had signs basically to let the parents know that the meeting is tonight, and they were asking them to turn out and voice their opposition. You know, again, how much opposition there is and whether there will be people on the other side of the issue remains to be seen. We'll find out tonight, and of course we'll have the news as quickly as possible on our website and on social media. So encourage people to check it out.
All righty, so whatever happens tonight, the meeting is 7 o'clock at the West Hazleton Community Center, and whatever the news is out of that meeting, you'll get alerts and you'll be able to read all about it on the Standard Speaker Facebook page and website. Mark Ketcher, Again, congratulations and
Thank you.
thanks for coming in and talking with us. We'll
Sure.
see you again later this week.
My pleasure. Thanks.
Thanks, Lisa and Mark. We continue headlines now. The investigation continues into the discovery of a man's body Monday in West Monoy Township. The discovery came after Township police were called to the 200 block of South Wylam Street about 8 a.m. Monday after 53-year-old Thomas Petrowski allegedly became involved in an altercation with a neighbor, James Dillock. After Petrowski was taken into custody, officers went into his home at 256 South Wylam Street and found a 50-year-old man dead inside. Police say the death is being viewed as suspicious, pending the results of an autopsy. The victim's name has not been released. Petrowski is facing charges of simple assault, recklessly endangering another person, disorderly conduct, and criminal mischief stemming from the altercation. No charges have been filed in connection with the death, and police say their investigation into that incident is continuing. There will be some blasting happening on State Route 309 between Mountaintop and Wilkes-Barre on Wednesday. There is no time set for the blasting yet, but traffic will be stopped for 15 to 20-minute intervals. This is part of the 309 Safety Improvement Project. A first-of-its-kind Unity Walk will be held in the city of Hazleton. The walk was announced by the Board of Directors of the Hazleton Integration Project. The purpose of the 1.1-mile walk will be to gather as many people as possible to display their solidarity with the idea that Hazleton will be a stronger community when everyone works together. There is no charge to take part in the walk, which will begin and end at the Hazleton One Community Center. Free bib numbers will be available to all walkers who would like to be identified as a participant. Individuals, families, businesses, and corporations are encouraged to participate. T-shirts that are being sold can be pre-ordered. For more information, call the Hazleton One Community Center at the phone number on your screen, or you can email them, hazletonintegrationproject@gmail.com. Tonight we have news from the desk of the McAdoo Lions Club. The club will once again sponsor its Adopt a Flag program. You can purchase an American flag in honor of a loved one. The cost is $25. The flag will be installed in time for Memorial Day. For more information, call Andy Kovic at 929-1212. Who wants to go see Captain America with me this week? I also really want to see Disney's Bears, but I'll let you pick. Actually, you can take anyone you want to Regal Cinema 10 at the Laurel Mall. All you have to do is log on to Twitter, follow FYI News 13, and retweet our contest post to be entered to win 2 movie passes. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 also comes out this weekend as well, FYI. If you don't win this time around, don't be sad. Just get ready for Facebook Friday. Tomorrow morning when you wake up and you want a healthy serving of local news and sports, grab the Standard Speaker. Then when you go to work or at work or later in the day when you're on the go, go to standardspeaker.com for updates and breaking news. Plus you can sign up for email and text alerts. Coming up on FYI, Janine goes in your community. Plus, we'll let you know how you can help wounded veterans. And in sports, we head south for a Schuylkill League softball game between 2 local teams. FYI will be right back.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Thanks for joining us here on FYI. It's Tuesday. We're talking with Luzerne County Children and Youth, and Seal is back. Today we're talking about foster care. Some of you out there, you might be having problems getting pregnant, or you have children and you're thinking, maybe, I want to be a foster parent now. So you're welcome. Talk about what exactly fostering means.
So at Luzerne County Children and Youth, our first goal is to keep children in their homes safely. Okay, but when something occurs and we find that we cannot do that, the first thing we look for are there any family members? There's a program called Kinship Care where family members can be made foster parents and get paid a stipend.
Okay.
If there are no appropriate family members, we look to our foster care community. We look to the people in the community to step up and become foster parents.
Now, when you talk about foster parents, for our viewers listening, who qualifies to be a foster parent?
Well,
what are the qualifications?
There is a pretty stringent process you have to go to, but basically anybody, any adult who would like to be, there are no qualifications that you have to be married, so any adult, well-functioning adult could be a foster parent. And there are a process that they have to go through. Of course, there's rigorous checks and training, and their home needs to be inspected.
Is there a fee that they have to pay to have the child in their house?
Absolutely not, no.
Is there a limit of time that they have to keep the child in their home?
Well, Every child is different.
Okay.
It depends on the child's case. When a child goes into foster care, our first goal is to help the parents remedy what happened that caused the child to go into care and to get that child home.
So fostering means that you're bringing a child in on a temporary basis.
Correct.
Okay.
Sometimes it becomes more than temporary. If a parent cannot or will not remedy what caused that child to go into care, it's our job to have another permanent plan for that child. And that's when we look to adoption. First and foremost. And then if that does not work out, we will look for something called subsidized permanent legal custodianship. But first and foremost, we look for permanency for children. And we look for foster parents who are willing to provide that permanency.
And finally, quickly, just the need is great for foster care, correct?
The need is so great, especially for teenagers. There are a lot of teenagers out there that need you desperately. Just because they're older, it doesn't mean they don't have the same needs as a younger child. Their needs are probably greater.
So get more information. You can contact Luzerne County Children and Youth either by website or by their phone number, and join us each and every week. I'm excited to say that starting next week, you are going to start meeting these beautiful children who need foster and adoption care.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
Don't let the rain get you down. You are looking at Community Park in Hazel Township, and yes, there's some people braving the elements and doing some fishing, and the week looks great if you are a fish. Here's FYI weather from the National Weather Service tonight. Showers, low around 37. Windy, getting up to 26 miles per hour, 100% chance of precipitation. For Wednesday, more showers, high near 57, gusts of wind up to 37 miles per hour. Again, 100% chance of rain. New precipitation amounts between 3/4 and 1 inch possible. For Wednesday night, again, we will 90% chance of rain. It will be around 48 degrees, breezy, and new precipitation amounts between 1 and 2 inches. For Thursday, another chance of showers, 30% chance, high near 67. Thursday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 44. For Friday, dries up a little bit, partly sunny with a high near 58. Friday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 41. Then Saturday, another 50% chance of showers, but it'll be partly sunny with a high near 59 after that. Saturday night, a chance of showers, mostly cloudy with a low around 40.
Today we are talking about a very important event, Project Fall and Ride, and 3 special guests are here to join me today. To my immediate right is William Reaper Brennan, who is the International President of Top Gunners Law Enforcement Motorcycle Club. To his right is Marianne Spice Doria, who is a member of the organization. And to my left is Chris All-In Kirshner, who is Vice President of the organization. Thank you all for being here. I'm going to start with you, William. First of all, I guess tell us about Project Fall and Ride. This is the 3rd year you're doing this, so for anybody who's not familiar with it, tell us what it's all about.
Project Fall and Ride is a motorcycle run to support correctional officers, firefighters, police, EMS, and our military that not necessarily have fallen in the line of duty, but have fallen on some hard times. A portion of this proceeds, for example, is going to go towards the SCI Dallas correctional officer who was attacked by an inmate last week.
All for a wonderful cause. Now, I'm going to talk with you, Chris, about the big event that's coming up now in May. Tell us when, where, how everybody can take part.
Okay, the event is May 3rd. Registration is from 10 a.m. to noon. Immediately following registration, we'll be having a memorial or tribute to our fallen heroes. That's in front of the Commerce Building in Pittston. We'll have the KISS Theater Group performers there singing the national anthem. And then kickstands will be up. And after the ride, the businesses will all be offering special discounts and specials for anyone involved in the ride. We'll be having groups coming to sing. KISS performers will be putting on a small act in the Pocket Theater. Fake Duo Jack will be there donating their time singing in the Pocket Theater. So come out, support us. There'll be some vendors. Northeast PA Tattoo is going to do some special discounts during the day, have some entertainment in the back. We're hoping for 300 some bikes that day. We're making that our goal and hoping to make it even bigger next year.
Wow, that is a lot of people coming out. And William, if somebody wants to take part, how much is it and how do they get the information to get involved?
It's $20 for a rider and $10 for the passenger. We also have the Phantom Rider program. What that is, if you're unable to attend, you could log on to our website and sponsor a stuffed animal that'll ride on the back of a rider, so you're there in spirit, and that's $10.
All right. Well, it sounds like it's going to be a wonderful day. Again, it's all happening on May 3rd, registration 10 to 12, 10 South Main Street in Pittston. And we have Marianne standing here, didn't want to say anything. Marianne, I'm going to leave you with the last words. You have to invite everybody to come on out.
Yes, everyone, please come on out and take part in this. It's going to be a great time.
Well said. Well said. Back to you, Kenny.
Thanks again, Lisa. This Thursday is May 1st. It also marks the observance of National Day of Prayer, held on the first Thursday of May. This year's theme is One Voice United in Prayer. To mark the occasion, a special prayer event will take place at 5 p.m. at the Hazelton One Community Center. The Reverend Jane Hess tells FYI that a special interfaith program will feature prayers in English, Hebrew, Italian, Spanish, and more. The program will take place at 5 p.m. this Thursday at the Hazelton One Community Center. Everyone is invited. And also, the Stop the Silence Walk to Prevent Suicide is this Sunday at the Hazelton Area High School track. Check-in starts at noon. All proceeds go to Pathway to Recovery Counseling and Educational Services for local programs. For more information, visit helpstopthesilence.org. And to view our full community calendar, visit facebook.com/FYI News 13 or SSPTV.com. And now, here's your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers. The daily number 141, the big four 0934, Quinto 64484, lots of fours. Treasure Hunt 2, 8, 10, 29, and 30. Sports is up next.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
If you ever saw the movie Goonies, you know that Goonies never say die. Neither do Phillies. The Marion softball team fought their way back to earn a 5-2 victory over Monoy area on Tuesday evening.
On a cold, windy day, Monoy area seemed like they wanted to get off the field as quick as possible. Pitcher Emily Bruce and the defense behind her had a no-hitter going into the final inning. It was 6 innings of stellar defense for the Lady Bears, and even on this play where there was an error, they made up for it. They also got some timely hitting, giving them a 2-0 lead going into the 7th.
And that's what we were preaching throughout the whole game, to just, hang tough, stay in it, and hopefully things will break our way. And in that last inning, we did have some of our most experienced hitters coming up, and they came through in a big way.
Lindsay Nemeth and Brianna Pearson led off the 7th with singles for the Phillies. With a run in, the Phillies found themselves down by only 1, and that's when Mackenzie Joy came to the plate with the bases loaded.
I was in a slump for 4 games, striking out, and I just had a calm mind. I'm like, I need to hit. I need this for my team. I calmed down, slow swing, and I hit it. A nice solid line drive past the infielders, got 2 in, and then I got a double out of it, and then I stole home for another run.
It's probably a tribute to the fact that she spent an hour with me Saturday morning, just working on her hitting, and paid dividends there at the end.
Marion's pitcher Bethany Shawd kept them in the game and picked up the win. Now to our top plays from this Schuylkill League showdown. The Bears outfield was like, bears going after salmon. Nothing fell in. Desiree Malikuski goes back and tracks this one down. Laura Bisco's going into foul territory to make this grab. Someone grab Ashton Glasso a tied-to-go pen. She dives to make this catch for Marion. You always have to be alert in the infield. I used to get hit in the face all the time. This shot goes to the hot corner, and Erin Davidson is all over it. She tosses to Marcella Sheeler for a double play. Marion's Carly Gemino has a cannon. She makes the grab and goes home, where Nemeth applies the tag. There was a lot of good defense in this game, but our top play comes from the Phillies offense. They are down by a run, but happy, joy. It's Mackenzie Joy driving in 2 to put the Phillies on top for good.
Phillies are in a tight battle with Nativity for the lead in Division III of the Schuylkill League. Nativity is now 5-3 and Marion is 4-3. The Lady Cougars, they're 10-1 and they have a big lead in Division I of the Wyoming Valley Conference. Tamaqua and North Schuylkill both got shutout wins in the Schuylkill League. In baseball, Monoy area played a doubleheader and dropped both games. North Schuylkill knocked off Panther Valley and Tamaqua topped Jim Thorpe in baseball. MMI scored 2 in the 7th, but the rally came up short against Nanticoke area. The Cougars won the Wyoming Valley Conference AAA Championship in tennis with their 5-0 win over Dallas. MMI, they beat Wyoming area, and Crestwood beat Jim Thorpe in other tennis action. Finally, in volleyball, Crestwood beat Hazelton area as the Comets moved to 5-4 in conference play. If you want to read more about these games, go online to standardspeaker.com or pick up Tuesday's paper. Happy Wing Night! It's Wing Night at Bottlenecks. Get $2 off your order of wings or all-you-can-eat wings and boneless wings for only $14.95. Bottlenecks wings are voted best wings in the area year after year.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. 2 announcements for this evening. First, the Pennsylvania Theater of Performing Arts will be presenting Oliver the Musical, May 9th through 11th and 16th through 18th. The show will be held at J.J. Farrar Performing Arts Center in downtown Hazleton. More information, please call 570-454-5451. And finally, Grace Fellowship Church will be giving away groceries to those in need on Saturday, May 3rd at 9 a.m. There's a limited amount of food, so we'll be held on a first-come, first-served basis. Limit of 1 box per family. For more information, please give the Grace Fellowship Church a call, 570-455-1470. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Joseph A. Marnell of Hazleton. Life celebration will be held Saturday from 1 to 6 p.m. in Wayne, Pennsylvania, with remembrance at 3:30. Joseph N. Shan Jr. of Partysville. Funeral is Wednesday at 9 a.m. from the Furo Funeral Home. Friends may call Tuesday from 5 to 8 p.m. Mark R. Cressman of Hazleton. Services are Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. in the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Friends may call Wednesday from 6 to 9 p.m. Jenny DeMara of Tresco. Mass is Friday at 1 p.m. at the All Saints Catholic Church in McAdoo. Friends may call Thursday from 4 to 6 p.m. at the Estee, Monroe, and Fahey Funeral Home. And Kenneth W. Zimmerman of Tamaqua. Services are Friday at 11 a.m. in the Zion Catholic Church. Friends may call Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Zeiselman Roach Funeral Home. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop located on 15th Street in Hazleton. For delivery to all local funeral homes, call 570-454-0111. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Barbara Fruit of Hazel Township. Barbara, if you're watching, give us a call right now, 570-459-9813 to win your free movie.
That will do it for us at FYI for this Twitter Tuesday. Remember, this Saturday we will premiere FYI Weekend at 9 a.m. with rebroadcasts throughout the weekend. Have a good night, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Until then, take it easy.